Hi guys, welcome back. I'm wearing Darth Bandon's armor for the sake of rubbing it in his face that I killed him, even though he killed me like 15 times before I actually succeeded in killing him. But we'll ignore that. Let us go talk to Basila's mom and say that we found the holocron. Hopefully that's the right one. I didn't actually take a look at it, but you know, how many holocrons are there out? And I don't even know what a holocron is. Okay, so let's go. Let's just be cheap about this and go just from this way. You know what? My tongue feels numb. It's a little strange. Well, whatever. I'm sure it's nothing important. You know, I'm just slowly dying or something. Oh, look, there's a little spaceship in the background that took off. I didn't notice that. Just never really looked at the sky in this place. You can't really look at the sky. Oh, look, there's other, like, flying stuff in the sky. I never noticed that before. Ah, that's quite lovely, isn't it? Alright, this is the cantina. Little Jawa. Oh, you guys. Come on now, where are you? Why are you guys so slow? Don't look at... I'm just staring at the Jawa. I'm like, okay, guys, come on, hurry up. Look how tiny it is. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hello.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
Hey.
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
Oh.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
Yes.
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Maybe you should listen to what she has to say, Basila.
You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Maybe one of you should be the first to give the other a break?
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
Treasure hunting is a dangerous occupation.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone, especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila.
Well, we know
I
that.
did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go.
I definitely
You know
have
you-
breast cancer.
Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I...
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now. You said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
Sure. As if she'd let me.
You make her let you. She's too much like her father in that respect.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits.
Those are my
That's all I
500.
have. Go to
Basila.
Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Well, wasn't that nice? Bessla, we'll talk when we get back to the ship. I mean, I know you really want to talk about your mom, but seriously, we just stopped talking to her. Okay, let's go back to the ship and talk to Bastila. And then, actually, well, we can talk to more than Bastila. We'll have a better know our crew. And then I'm going to go shopping, but I won't record that because that's just going to be me being boring and buying armor and stuff. And then we'll continue on with the game. Sound good? Let's talk to Canderous first. Hi, Canderous.
Yeah, what do you want?
So I'm wondering if you had any more war stories.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you. But I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Tell me the story!
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Did it work?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
What did they do?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now,
I know how it went.
Let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Thanks for the great story, Canderous.
Your choice. I'm here if you want some.
He's a good storyteller. I like listening to his voice. I don't think HK really has anything to say. Jolee! We haven't really...
Got something on your mind, do you?
You never actually did say why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
Are you always going to be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick
Actually,
juice.
I have.
At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
I don't believe you.
The hermit says he's tired of living alone in the giant forest, and you find that hard to believe. How cynical are you? How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes.
No.
And there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could do that on your own.
So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
What interest do you have in my future?
Interest? Well, I certainly don't have a vested interest. Call it more idle curiosity. Your destiny is rather unclear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off. as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you.
Dark? Me?
I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
Yeah. Well, tell me more of what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, you're coming along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. Have I ever refused to help you when you asked? How confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo!
Can I hug you? Okay. Let's see. Does Zelbar have anything to say? Is there something you want? Have anything more to say about yourself, Zelbar? You've seen more than I would have allowed. A great taught me. I'm grateful for that. It will be a while before I know how my role in Kashyyyk is truly free. I have learned. I didn't even say that remotely correct. Why did you request to take back a sword? I'm not sure I really know. Father expects much of me. I guess I do as well. I think when I've learned enough, I'll bring it back to Kashyyyk. What happens then, we'll see. I wish you well. Let's get going. I will follow. Let's talk to Juhani. Hi!
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How did you come to be a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
Yes, continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years. Back
70.
on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
What's the Cathar homeworld like?
It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on. My parents had long fled from that place, and perhaps that is a story for another time. Rather, it was a human hive world that I was raised on. The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth. Defenders of justice. Heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Did you meet a Jedi?
Yes. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored.
Enamored?
They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Okay. Let me think. We've got to talk to Bastila. I think Mission's just gonna talk about her brother still because we gotta kind of finish it up. So let's talk to Bastila, and Karth is gonna talk about his son, so...
How can I help?
So, do you feel better now?
Yes. That brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
Oh.
How can I help?
You look like you have something to say.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us.
Is that a compliment from you?
Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. Why must you make this so difficult for me? Can't you just accept a simple compliment?
Maybe I was distracted by the grudging manner in which it was given.
I see. Is there nothing I can do to make it up to you? I would rather we were friends.
I'd like that, I suppose.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Yeah. Don't forget, edgy, critical, and overly secretive. Secretive.
Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree so wholeheartedly. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I just thought I should tell you.
I'm glad you did.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better. But enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Do you want a hug? Okay. Let's go talk to Griff, and then I'm gonna cut it and do shopping, and then we'll go to Korriban. Does that sound good? I think that sounds pretty good. Let's take mission and Karth. Actually, you know who we never take with us? I'm not talking about Juhani, I'm talking about Canderous. Alright, let's take Canderous. We don't really need to level them up at all. So I'm not planning on using them. I'll level them up later. I'm so lazy. Oh, that sparkling, shimmery noise is kind of annoying. Shing, 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 shing. I think he's in here. Yeah, here we go. Hi, Griff.
Ah, just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you could help me with this anyway. It's, more of a job for your friend here.
What's the job? Oh, come on, Griff, get to the point.
As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and, very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
So you want to open a bar?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Teresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch, and now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse.
That's what you get for dealing with the Exchange.
Come on, Mission. I'm your brother. I'm family. You can't turn your back on me.
Forget it, Griff. I'm not falling for that line again. You'll have to find your own way out of this mess.
You bring me a single tack land, and you not only save my life, but you get a piece of this great business opportunity. I mean, you can't pass this up. Think about it, and you'll see I'm right.
Don't I have tack land, though? I swear, I picked some up when we were on, oh, I have so much crap to sell. On Kashyyyk. Yeah, I have 3.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech land for me, right?
I'm not giving you the land until I see some credits.
Sorry, like I said before, I don't have any credits on me. And Greta won't lend me any. It's like he doesn't trust me to pay him back or something.
Gee whiz,
But
I wonder
you
why.
come through on this, and I promise you'll get a huge payday down the road.
I don't believe him.
No, 3,000 credits. How's that sound?
I don't believe you. Fine, just take it.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of hundred credits,
God.
and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment.
You already promised me a few thousand credits.
Hey, don't worry. You'll get your credits as soon as we start mass-producing that Torresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
I think... I have no idea, but if I want to finish this goddamn quest, I'm gonna have to give him the money. I've done more than enough for you. I don't want to give him... Fine,
Wise
take it.
move. I can see you really understand how business works. Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto.
I'm never
I better
gonna
get
see my
started on
money
brewing
again.
that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll have a down payment on what I owe you.
I'm never gonna see him again. Alright. Alright, aren't I? Whatever. Griff, wait! Give me my money! He disappeared. Okay. So I think if I go back, he's still not gonna be here. I don't know if that considers... I don't know, we'll see. We'll come back after this next mission on Korriban. We'll see if he's actually still there. Alright, I'm gonna go do some shopping. I'll be back. I'll see you next time, actually. We'll just end the video here. See you next time!